Were you this positive when you were in the corporate world and when you owned a gym and all that?
I started when I was on the gym, but here's a funny story that everybody just laughs at. Senior year, graduating high school. Back then, I don't know if they do it now, but you had senior superlatives, right? Everybody gets different things. I, on the male side, I was voted biggest complainer.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went to college. I had a couple of fraternity brothers who got into my programs a couple of years ago. And one of them said, I mean, in college, Jeff was kind of a Debbie Downer. So I definitely wasn't. I really think the catalyst was my mom passing, transforming her pain into purpose, knowing that every day we get standing up upright is truly a gift. And you should be grateful for that gift, and that feeds my positivity. And it's easy to be negative, but I will tell you, life is so much better when you're playing with a smile, you're playing with positive energy, you're giving it to folks, and it lights you up, and you can have such a profound impact on others when you become that beacon of hope, positivity, attitude that's infectious. I mean, people want to be around those type of people, and you can change one person's life through an interaction or a conversation. So, no, I have not always been this positive person, but definitely, now that's the old version of me, old Jeff that my wife and I like to talk about. New Jeff, yeah, he's a positive, energetic force. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't have days where something happens and I get knocked off kilter. And I like to coach the dads and tell my boys that out of a month, Clay, you're going to have 3 or 4 days you're just not at your best. We're not cyborg robots. We're not computer programs. So when you have one of those 3 or 4 days you're not at your best, hey, maybe you're at 30 or 40%. At least play 100% of that 30 or 100% at that 40%. And then what I like to say is when you have a dip day like that, the next day, bounce off the dip. Don't stay in the dip. Use it as a catalyst to say, all right, I'm going back even harder tomorrow. And then you continue that spiral of growth up.
I hadn't heard you tell that story about the Debbie Downer, biggest complainer story. I hadn't heard that. I like that.
Yeah, people are pretty surprised when they
Yes, I've got a friend that's really positive, but he was positive when he was, 15 years old. So I mean, he was a lifelong positive person. So, and it's worked for him. So yeah, that's positivity. Really, if you can look at the world like that, it really pays off, I think, and people get energized by it.
Here's the other thing. You want to live longer? Positive people having an optimistic attitude. I think it's either 7 or 8 years you live longer than a pessimistic person. So you want to add 7, 8 years to your life? Be positive, be optimistic. I mean, that's a game changer there.
Let's talk about a little bit about old Jeff